Hey, what's up? Hello. The blitz of One Punch Man webcomic chapters continues. We're now 2 chapters behind. I'm going to read them both right now. I'm going to release them both right now. And there's also a new chapter of the remake too. It's not on this site, but there is. So it's just going to be the One Punch Man Stravaganza. At the end of the last chapter, things were getting kind of spicy. There's so many different factions involved in this next conflict. We really don't know whose side anybody's truly deep down on. Because, you know, there could be corruption in the higher ranks of the Hero Association. There could be a misunderstanding about what Blast's role in all of this is. There could be, you know, a conspiracy against Metal Knight. All of these things are still within the realm of possibility. I broke down at the end of the last one who I thought was sus, who I thought was good. But it feels like the truth will be revealed only in battle. So let's see if we move into the actual showdown between all of these characters. Metal Knight trying to figure out who will be the most troublesome. Maybe with the intent of just rubbing them out real quick. Kind of before things get heated, before things come to light. What if he can just send some sort of killer drone and blow up, I don't know, Drive Knight. Whoever he thinks is going to be the most problematic to his cause. Which of course we don't really know what his cause is exactly. We just have a lot of suspicion. Okay, we're returning to a plotline that we haven't seen in quite a while. At least I think. This is Metal Bat beating up the associates of the Neo Heroes, who were trying to forcibly cyborgify him. I think? Maybe? Wait, maybe not. What a battlesuit can do. To think that I would need something like this. Who could be saying that? We don't get to see. We cut from this to... Oh, I'm sorry. I understand what's happening here. The Yokozuna guy, the super sumo, is up in the training room trying out the battle suit, thinking back to his battle with Pre Prisoner. I guess maybe they fought to like a standstill or something, but he realized that maybe he did need something else. I like that they both have their cheering sections. Please throw them at me all at once. What are these, bottles of lube? Oh god, even we don't know what it's for. Transform! Henshin! Hentai, perhaps. Oily Angel. Advent. I like that he's getting a power-up, but this is kind of cool, because he's had some really good fights before. He's had some really major victories. But he's often more of just kind of like a gag character. He's the bottom of S tier. And it seemed like he wasn't really progressing, that he was more just winning fights through sheer stubbornness and a total refusal to give up, but that he wouldn't be able to take on, you know, higher level monsters, higher level threats. But here, look at this. The Oily Angel Advent, just like Super Saiyan 2, just like Gear 2 in One Piece. There's just classic powers like this sometimes. Based on my reflection, when the hero broke my arm with martial arts, by being covered in oil, throws, grapples, and other extreme techniques are nullified. Very practical. A very clever solution. Yokozuna's just like... his name isn't Yokozuna, sorry, but he is a Yokozuna. His name is Raiden. Raiden is just like, yeah, he's got to respect it. Forming out of his strike was a mistake. So he goes for the palm strikes instead, another hallmark of sumo. I like that the impact was strategically positioned here. We don't necessarily need to see that. But Prisoner has something prepared for this too. Ooh. The receptacle of love is infinite. Yeah, he always has these masochistic type techniques. Where he just goes right through the pain and wins anyways, even though he's doing nothing to block, nothing to reduce the damage, just receiving fully the love behind every one of his opponent's attacks. But I'm not sure if I've seen this, that he's full-on acknowledging that this is giving him pleasure, and that the pleasure is going to empower him somehow. We are dealing, of course, with a pervert. But, you know, everyone has the things that float their boat, and who am I to judge? And, you know, he's using it for the sake of heroics. So, yeah, this looks good. Raw material is Silverplast class, but his senses are mediocre. His move lacks aggression. Against me fighting like that. Okay. He takes the strongest attack yet. Really like how this is depicted. This feels like a Murata spread, except, you know, drawn worse. But just like the cinematography of it, this impact shot showing like the force of the attack coming in, the kineticness, the hair flying back, all of this blood splattering, the way the arm is depicted all like blurry and reverberating from its intensity, and these outward little puddle rings just showing the impact of the hit. It's fantastic. It really has all of the hallmarks of like what Murata puts into his action sequences. You know, it's just a little sketchier. But it's not that bad, really. Like, the anatomy looks fine. I don't know how much I want to stare at Prisoner's ass, but it seems like everything is in place. I don't know. He skids back. Not yet. He's at a huge disadvantage. Not retreating because I feel like I'm going to lose. It's no mistake, he's fighting while protecting the prisoners. I see. So there is tactics, maybe. I think this is maybe a generous interpretation by Raiden. That he's very strategically bringing the battle to this spot so that the prisoners couldn't get caught in the crossfire. I think he just genuinely likes fighting this way. And that anything else hasn't really occurred to him. Right now this person is not fighting back. Ooh. So Raiden realizes something here. And I think it's going to be something like the quality of a hero. Maybe? I don't know. For some reason, this has the same sort of energy to me as when, during the tournament arc in the remake, when everyone's getting stomped, and Suiru is even getting stomped, but the heroes just keep getting up over and over again. And Suiru's going like, what the hell are you doing? You just saw me lose. What hope do you think you possibly have against this guy? Just stay down. Just run away. Just preserve your life. This is dumb. You're throwing it away for no reason. And they're like, it's not no reason. We're heroes. This is exactly what the heroes are for. I think this is maybe similar. That Raiden is realizing like, oh, there's something to this that's different than just competition. There's something to this that's different than just trying to prove you're the strongest. Some quality that he's observing in Prisoner. Whether or not Prisoner is actually deliberately displaying that quality or if he's just a weirdo, I don't know. Seems you're a regular bad guy. Even my eyeballs aren't that cloudy. Yeah. Put a little faith into your approach to justice. I really like this. Not only was that a great scene that taught us a lot about both of those characters, had some awesome action sequences, but it was also like, it's just complexifying this eventual showdown even further. It's adding more gray areas, more ambiguity. Raiden obviously doesn't support all of the aspects of the Neo heroes. He obviously is open-minded about different paths to justice and heroics. So, you know, how is that going to sit with him when he tries the bodysuit? What does he feel about his power and the power of others? And what will he eventually do in this inevitable showdown? What if from the leader to take him in? That they're trying to cyborgify him, of course. It's the beginning of the dependence of others. It's to be heroes, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I really like this. I really like this Raiden character. From the minute he was introduced as like the S-rank Yokozuna, strongestest sumo man on earth, I was like, yes. I really hope they do this character justice, and they have. There's no better decision than on-site judgment. I'll tell the leader myself. So he's not quite at the level where he's like questioning, like what the hell, why are we bringing this guy in? I suppose it's because they're prisoners, right? That he broke out of jail or whatever. But I don't think he suspects there's anything more sinister going on. And he genuinely thinks, like, yeah, this will be convincing. I'll tell them what I've observed. So he still has a lot of faith in the organization. The prisoner is a hero. Thank you, Raiden-chan. Oh! They all just joined Raiden's squad instead. Because, yeah, they don't want his special training. Ugh. Oh, I'd say overall, I do not even have critical support for prisoner. He certainly crosses a lot of lines. But, you know, you can't deny that he is a hero. It reminds me of a Dave Chappelle bit, but I'm not going to get into that. Okay, so now we cut back to Raiden in his battle suit. I'm going to find out the power of an S-Class here for myself, but then what is up with his weak status? Well, to be fair, that was the weakest S-Class hero, even though he powered up with his oil technique and his masochism technique, which are very powerful techniques, especially in combination. They do get a lot scarier than that. Okay, this is Dark Alloy, Black Alloy, Shine. Something like that. His little training squad. He's the coach now. Okay. Ooh, interesting. There's a bratty student. Shades of Garo, perhaps. Spirit has been worn out from fighting evil. This is kind of interesting. I was just thinking about what happened in the latest chapter of the remake, where he and a bunch of other S-Classers do some pretty awesome heroics and take down, or at least that it seems that they've helped completely take down the Orochi Psychos combo. And then he should be like feeling good about himself, right? Whereas, you know, in the webcomic, it kind of ends with his defeat. That's kind of his end in the story until we find out that he's retired from heroics and he's just training people now and he doesn't want to fight anymore. Yeah, so I wonder how they're going to handle this in the remake. Is he going to have another crushing defeat to bring him back down to that level, or is he going to have a whole different arc entirely? I guess we'll find out in like 2028 when the remake gets this far. But Raiden is looking at him. What if his spirit has been worn out from fighting evil? I won't become like that. When competing in Super Spirit, it's the spirit that determines whether you win or lose. Never... Uh-oh! Uh-oh! I have never experienced the feat. Where have we heard that exact idea before? I believe it is, checking his name, Super Alloy Darkshine. Yes, and how did that work out for him? When he first experienced fear again against Garo, and he first experienced straight-up defeat against Garo, even after all of his muscular training, after all those years. They say pride cometh before a fall. I don't know. Okay. So we are returning to this plot point, because I was like, it's about time. They set that up, that Metal Bat was fighting these guys a long-ass time ago. It kind of seemed like he was going to win, right? Like, that was the impression that they deliberately gave us, that he had the upper hand at the start. But it looks like he didn't. That they're able to subdue him and drug him. But I feel like this is yet another flag. I'm sure there won't be any more rampaging like the other day. I'm thinking the next chapter might be largely Metal Bat rampaging, and I am totally here for it. I would be kind of disappointed if he went out like that, off-screened, he lost. I like the idea of Metal Bat actually being one of like the strongest S-Class fighters, especially against this sort of opponent, like just another humanoid close quarters fight. Just something about the fact that his character design is so simple, his personality is like so stereotypical, yet a bit nuanced, a bit complex, that he's such an archetype of like this delinquent, and then he's just god tier strong, that he just beats the crap out of everybody. I love that. So I hope he gets a little more action. I hope he manages to escape the facility and still fight on the side of justice. It would be great if he was the one to expose all of their evil schemes and stuff, because it would just be hilarious coming from him. All right, we will read the next chapter next. So see you then. Bye-bye.